coat, white shoes, black hat, Cadillac, yeah. The boys are John Bonham. Black coat, white shoes, black hat, Cadillac, yeah.
What do you say, YouTube? How are ya? Welcome to another episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. As always, a quick thank you for checking out the new video and for supporting the channel. It really does mean much more than you'll ever know, and that makes you part of the best damn community here on YouTube, without a doubt. So Sean Kun, I'm only going to say that last name once, CEO of Dolly Varden Silver. No, not Dolly Parton, Dolly Varden. They're a Canadian-based exploration and development company, and he's one of the bigwigs. Anyway, Sean, I'm not going to say his last name anymore, so from here on in he goes by Sean, staunchly advises that he expects silver to drastically outperform gold in 2025. He's claiming that he believes his prediction of a $73 price target, $73 per ounce, is just the beginning. And he has numbers that far exceeded that longer term, emphasizing, to say the least, his strong conviction in the silver market. Now, he cited several factors driving his bullish sentiment, and we're going to talk about those today. Now, one disclaimer. I know you guys saw the title of the video along with the thumbnail, and that alone will bring out the comments of, you're insane, you're an idiot, silver won't even break $35 this year, yada, yada, and yada. So let me qualify today's content. I'm only going to go over what one mining company CEO, this guy Sean, is claiming for the silver market here in 2025. Now, this is not my opinion, and I'm not telling you to break the bank and buy up as much silver as you can. Most of you folks are better than that, and I wouldn't normally feel compelled to put this in a disclaimer, but, well, you have some out there who just look at the title and go right to the comments without actually watching the video. It is what it is. Anyway, all that said, you already know it.
Let's freaking roll it.
So again, we're looking at the outlook of one Sean Kun, Sean K going forward, CEO of Dolly Varden Silver. And he believes $73 an ounce is the initial target for silver in 2025, but also thinks it could go higher than that. I mean, to say that he's wildly optimistic and bullish on silver would be an understatement at this point. But what's he basing all this on? Well, there are 5 factors he's considering. Number 1, gold will shine based on uncertainty, conflicts, currency and trade wars, the Fed being less likely to cut rates. Obviously, silver typically duplicates gold price increases, not in total value, but in percentages of increases. Number 2, tariff fears. Trump wants to put tariffs on everything coming in. Well, spot price of silver might not move too much initially, but he's thinking premiums might go up. Somebody's got to cover that stuff. Number 3, gold has priced itself out of the hands of investors, so those same investors are turning to silver. And silver's role has essentially turned into, a term I hate, but we'll say it anyway, poor man's gold. Number 4, gold moves first, silver lags behind, then silver outperforms gold. Now, we've definitely seen this happen, again, percentage-wise, but it's not a given. It is not a given. And number 5, here's how he's telling you to approach the silver market in 2025. When gold continues to have big moments, silver has dramatically outperformed it. If it takes gold months to get there, it'll take days or weeks for silver in most cases. Gold continues to shine for the next 2 years. Silver will drastically outperform gold, as it always has, typically. And if the U.S. has been in a recession since last year, you may see weaknesses in metals like copper and commodities like oil. Silver could trade more as a commodity than a metal. Now, what makes silver so interesting to him? He's saying 50% of his portfolio is in silver. I don't know about that one. He's saying because silver's industrial demand is only going to further enhance its price movement. We've been hearing that one for a minute. Investors are going to flock to silver for all the characteristics that gold embodies, but they're only going to have access to half the silver they're accustomed to having, due to more than half of available silver being consumed by industry. Well, that's a lot to take in, isn't it? First off, let's qualify that Sean K is an executive for a mining company. So, of course, he's going to have a bullish outlook on silver. That's just the way it goes. Next, you're going to have to take his claim that 50% of his portfolio is tied up in silver with a grain of salt. The guy's a multi-millionaire, and it's doubtful that much of his fortune was a result of investing in silver. Just because he invested in it doesn't mean that's where his net worth came from. So to me, that statement was a little deceiving. But all that being said, here's the easiest concept for stackers to know when it comes to the shiny metal, silver. Understand where you're putting your money. Understand what you're putting it into. Don't go by what you hear from mining executives. Part of their job is to create positive sentiment to draw some investors in. If they're telling you silver is going to hit $73 in 2025, there's a reason for it. Even though 99% of us realize that's not going to happen. I mean, it would take something substantial for silver to hit more than even, let's say, $50 this year. Now, the reality is this. For now, silver is a relatively cheap precious metal, but even the average stacker can accumulate thousands of dollars worth of it in a relatively short time. Just make sure you understand the limitations of silver, and don't put all your eggs in the silver basket. Diversity is and always will be the key to your future. So before we close this video out, let's summarize with this. We've all heard for years, decades in fact, that quote-unquote, this is the year for silver. And for most of those years, we see some price action, then the door slams shut, and we go through some price stagnancy, pretty much like what we're seeing now. For example, last summer, silver just about hit $35 an ounce, and then it hit the wall going back below 29, but he's still hanging in there slightly above 30 as of the date of this video. So some credit's due. At the beginning of 2024, we were in the low 20s for silver, so it's made some progress. $30 has been the average floor for a few months now, but it all boils down to this when putting your money into silver. Again, understand what it is, understand the strengths and weaknesses, and keep your expectations to a minimal level. Because if you got into silver hoping the claims of these mining executives and YouTube silver pumpers that you're watching are going to pad your retirement, well, you may want to reconsider. The easiest mantra for silver is a simple one, and I say it all the time. Don't invest in silver. Save in silver. Then put it to good use when the time comes. Pretty easy, right? All right. There you have it, folks. So I already know the answer to this question, but I'll ask it anyway. Do you think this guy has a clue, and will his prediction of $73 an ounce come to fruition? If anybody says yes, I give you all the credit in the world. Personally, I think he's just another mining executive pumping up silver because, again, that's how they drum up investors. To be honest, my opinion is a bit harsher. I think guys like this are harmful to stackers, especially the new ones, because he's making claims that just can't be considered valid in any way, shape, or form. And what he's basically doing is setting up expectations that will very likely be met with disappointment. Of course, followed by anger by anyone who actually bought into his babbling drivel. Anyway, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are. You guys know I love going through them, so make sure you sound off. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And if you made it this far, well, kudos to you. I'll definitely catch up with you in the next episode. But in the meantime, oh yeah, you know what's up.
What do you want to do with your life?
I want to stack.
Damn right. Get stacked. Stay safe and be well, everyone. Have a fantastic week ahead. I am out. Oh, yeah. Peace, folks.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
Oh, yes. And what was that beginning, middle, and end part again?